Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing for the September 10th Al-Anon readings, Encourage to Change, and a Little Time for Myself. We'll begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I'll take a moment and look this over. The question is, whom do I need to forgive today? Could it even be myself? And this person is describing how they used to hold on to resentments and anger, and that how in Al-Anon they learned that forgiveness is something that they do for themselves. It is acknowledging a wrong and giving themselves the nurturing that they wanted in the first place. Today's reminder. Today we don't have to hold on to anger and resentment. We have different choices today thanks to our program. And the quote is from Courage to Change. And it says, we set ourselves free when we release resentments. Who do I need to forgive today? Could it even be myself? I don't know, maybe it is myself today, because I've been feeling especially tired. Not sick, just like I want to move slowly. And it's not like a bad thing, it's just like I'm aware of it and I want to take things slowly. I don't want to do too much. Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. It's just like I don't know. It's like this morning I didn't get out of bed until after 8:30. But like I would get up, I would do something small, then I would come back to bed and I would put the covers back on me. I was sitting up in bed, but I would put the covers back on my legs, and they felt so cozy and wonderful that I just didn't want to move. I just didn't want to give up that delicious, perfect feeling. That's how I've been feeling lately. So at one point, I put on some YouTube videos and I was watching, I think it was CBS This Morning clip about an author who just released a book and they were being interviewed to support their book. And I'm not even sure I want to say the title of it because I haven't read it. I don't know who this person is. Apparently he's a university professor. He's a his title has doctor in front of it. All right, I'll mention the title, but I know nothing about it other than what I heard. The title is called The Big One, and it's about the next pandemic and how doesn't matter. I'm not gonna go on. I'm just gonna say that it scared me, and um, I think what I need to do is forgive myself for feeling like I shouldn't be scared because it's a very scary thought. And I think I don't want to should on myself. I think what I can do instead is, like I did actually after I saw the interview and I realized that I was very uncomfortable with what he said, I just said a little prayer to my higher power and just uh, prayed for my higher power's will for me and the power to carry that out. And that's it. That's it. That's all I can do. And I also ask myself a little question like, is there something that I want to do that I haven't done yet? And honestly, every time I ask myself, the answer is no. I'm just like so content. And then I think like, am I like repressing something? Like, how can that be? Because everyone I know has like so many things that they want to do, and I'm just like so content, so peaceful, like just so where I am is great. I don't know. So like if everything changed today, would I have any regrets? Would there be something that I wanted to do that I didn't do? I don't think so. That feels really good, but on the other hand, I'm thinking, am I forgetting something? Am I missing something? Like how can that be? I don't know. That's what I've got to say about that. And I just realized that today is my nephew's birthday. And my nephew is a police officer in the town where he grew up. And I'm very grateful for his service. I'm going to read this. Hmm. All right. This is about denial. This person starts off by saying that when they first came to Al-Anon, they didn't even realize that they had alcoholics in their life. I'm not sure how they came to Al-Anon, but anyway, um, they went from being in complete denial to being an obsessive truth teller. They would just express their anger to excess. And then Al-Anon, they found kind of a middle ground where they can forgive themselves for the way they reacted. They can be gentle and honest with themselves. They understand that they can't undo the past and that blaming the alcoholic is unhelpful. Today's reminder: when we focus on ourselves, we gain serenity. And we can honestly examine our motives and our feelings. And the quote is from, it doesn't look like an English name, Friedrich Nietzsche. I'm not saying that correctly. And I think that last year when I read this page, someone actually corrected me in the comments and actually said something like, "You're a teacher, you should know that." I was like, sorry. I mostly just know what I taught. Everything else is up for grabs. I'm just learning as I go. But it says it's important that we don't become a monster while we're fighting the monsters. That might have something to do with why like when I first came to Al-Anon, I didn't mind talking about what was going on with my loved one. I didn't mind like talking about how closely he was related to me or like what had happened. And now that it's been so long and he's had so many years of recovery and so have I, that like I don't really like to talk about it much anymore because it seems so far away and it seems like I'm kind of drudging up the past and keeping it alive when it's not alive anymore. And I don't want it to be alive because things are much healthier and more stable now. But I think it's also a great reminder that we be honest with and gentle with ourselves, because we go through what we go through when we go through it, and when we're done, we move out of it. But we can't force ourselves to be somewhere that we're not. We are where we are. And that's why I love Al-Anon's constant reminder to be gentle with ourselves and also to be gentle with others, because others are where they are, and it's because that's where they need to be. That's all. We'll close out with the serenity prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.